Well, everybody, it's your boy, JR Reviews, back here with another video. You know it, guys. So here to bring you another video that I haven't done. I haven't done a Goosebumps video in a while. My boy, Goosebumps Dan, Goosebumps Now, Dalton Deriso, made a video a couple days ago called Top 10, my top 10 Goosebumps books that should get a sequel. I asked him, yo man, do you mind if okay if I make my own list? Promise there won't be any of the same books. Do I agree with your list? Yes, I did. I agree with his list wholeheartedly. But there are other books I think that also deserve sequels. Now let's get in. It's top 19 books that deserve sequels. Starting off with number 19, we got How I Learned to Fly, or as I like to call the book, is the 50th book, 52nd book in the series, and it features about a kid who finds a book called Flying Lessons. He tells you how to make a concoction, and he eats it or drinks it or whatever it was, and it makes him learn to fly. So when Alice learns how to do it, a bully that he has, Wilson Schlame makes him feel like a total loser because he's like better than him and everything. He also drinks it and becomes able to fly. He gets taken away. Jack gets taken away to by the government because he can fly, and he fakes that he can't fly no more. Where Wilson can, and Wilson gets taken by the government, but he actually faked that he couldn't fly, so now he flies at night, being like surreal, real, and actually was one of the few books that I took with me on my Europe trip when I was in my junior year during summer with my family. I don't know why it's given a lot of hate. I thought this book was really good. It was very wholesome in my opinion. It wasn't all that scary, and that's why I liked it. It was very wholesome, very fun to read. But the sequel I was thinking for a title would be I Still Can Fly, or let me think of that one. I Still Can Fly, or I Need to Stop Flying. That's another one because and basically the story would be what happens if one night while he's flying, like he flies at night, someone actually sees him. That someone then reports it to, like, I guess a hotline or a media or like fucking, and then the government gets whiff of what's going on. So they're like, oh, this kid lied to us. He can fly still, and they take him. Or would it be like they don't give a shit because they already got this asshole dude, so they do the experiment, so they don't really care. But anyways, that would be the story. Yeah. That's number 19. Number 10 or number 18 would be The Barking Ghost. Love this. It was a good book. It was a good book. Episode 2. I don't know why it's also given hate sometimes. The book title I would call it, I'm not going to go into it, but the book title I would call it was The Howling Ghost, or The Return of the Barking Ghost would be the titles or The Barking Ghost 2. Either one will work. But basically the ending of the book is the main character's older brother is trapped in a body of a chipmunk. Yeah, chipmunk. And it'd be about him trying to go and fix his brother and go get his brain back into his soul back into his brain into his body. What's called into the his own body, and getting the chipmunk's brain back into its body. Number 17 is Attack of the Graveyard Ghouls, or as I will call it, Return of the Graveyard Ghouls, or another possible title is Revenge of the Graveyard Ghouls. Now, this was actually a 2000 series book. I do not have the 2000 series version. I have the reprint version. So what? Still book. Still some good book. As you can tell, the book is really good. I love this book to death. It's actually a good book. Really do. The ending, basically, the story is this kid Spencer, Spencer, or Levy. Spencer Levy is this kid who's like always over scared of everything, and he likes this girl, and her name is Audrey, I think, or Audra, or yeah. Anyways, he goes to this school, like he lives right across from a cemetery at night, like up a hill, and he gets told about ghouls at school and shit, and he's a new kid at the school, I think, if I'm correctly. Anyways, gets his body gets switched by a bunch of ghouls because he does a gravestone cart rubbing, which angers some spirits, and these two brothers, end up switching into into this girl and the guy's body. And the ending of the book so happens is that they finally get back back into their respective bodies in a way. The problem is the soul or spirit / brain soul of the Spencer is now in Audra's body, I think her name is. Let me just real quick. I think I just saw it. Yep, Audra. Is now in Audra's body, and Audra's spirits is now in Spencer's body, and they're trapped. The story I was thinking is they tried to escape back into their original bodies. Also, while ghouls from the cemetery that weren't in there, because there were other ghouls besides them, tried to take over their bodies. And there was a huge fight with their spirits against their spirits. It actually would be an interesting story, in my opinion, at least. And it's them trying to get back into their original bodies. Bad Hair Day 2, which is coming up at our number 16. Yeah, number 16. Bad Hair Day 2 would be basically, I'm not going to explain the story for Bad Hair Day, but basically it's about a kid who steals who likes a magician named Mazo. And he goes to a show, and Mazo does this trick, and he leaves him and calls him a bunch of names, and he ends up stealing his magic kit, and ends up releasing an evil wizard or magician named not great kids right here. Wait, I don't know the guy's name. I wonder who the guy's name is again. Anyways, they would be trying to trick the dude back into sending them back into into their original forms, and then they will put him back into a bunny, or, as I thought this, something even worse, maybe an insect perhaps, or they just might make him so that he disappears forever. Bad Hair Day 2. Don't Go to Sleep will be on the thing, or another turn is How to Escape the Reality Police. Or Don't Leave the Reality. No. Try to Stay Awake would be a good another one. Try to Stay Awake. Basically, I'm not gonna go through the story, but it's basically would be him, the main character, Matt will try to get it still hasn't shake the reality police, and it will try to do anything he can to escape them finally, either that be it change his name, which I always wanted to. Could he just change his name like later on, like just like go and change your name from Matt to something else, and like then they basically have no file on you because it's a new name. So whatever. Anyway, so yeah, he would go try to escape them in any way he can. Perhaps I don't know exactly how he would, but that's how he would try to escape them, or just try to stay awake for the rest of his life and not be caught in the reality police's clutches. That was 16 and 15. At number 14, we have Streets of Panic Park. Honestly, it was the first book that I've actually stayed up all night to read. I started reading it, and I was reading it with my tutor when I was in like sixth grade. I was on like chapter 6, and then I was like on whatever chapter they started to team up with each other, and I just had to read the entire night through. And because I was like, oh my god, all the villains are teaming up with the heroes. This like never happens. I'm like, so I had to keep on reading. Anyways, it would be like Trapped in Panic Park. A Time to Spend, or All the Time in Panic Park, which will be like it's more of a prequel to explain how Panic Park was caught in the time loop and stuff like that. Mainly, The Curse of Camp Cold Lake will be at our number, which is The Curse of Camp Cold Lake, which is at number 14, which is our number 13. Number 13. It will be basically, so the ending of the story was this girl ends up becoming a ghost, and will she be able to add more people to their list of souls at the camp and continue the curse, or could the girl end up getting turned back into a living being and not die again, and they all go back to normal, basically ending the curse. So it would be The Curse of Camp Cold Lake, or the ending of the curse. Just The Curse of Camp Cold Lake. Okay, there you go. That'll be number 14. Number 13, number 13. Number 12 would be, My Hero's Adventure. Now, My Hero's Adventure Part 2, either 2, or it could be, My Hero's Adventure 2. And the way I would see it would be the ending, or the story would basically pick up around where the first story picked up anyways, with years going by, and 1 second. Jasper, who was the cat, is now a human being around the same age as him, and the same stuff that's been happening to him starts happening to her. And I always wondered when I first watched the episode and read the book, does this stuff happen in an endless loop? Also, why the hell would you transfer a dog into a human being and a cat into a human being? Just seems wrong, like scientifically wrong. Also, why was the process working? Like the whole part of having to do this process, I would say, would be the kid to stay in that process forever, to stay a human forever. But nah, I guess it doesn't work like that. Also, what asshole of a parents to just turn their cat into a human and right in front of their dog too, which is now once their son. Anyways, I probably would try to kill the cat. Personally, me, try to kill the cat. Whatever. You're a good little. Anyways, so I would basically what she starts to find out is that this dog she thought she was is actually Larry, and will do anything and is trying to prove is Larry, and has kind of memories of when she was a cat, but not so much of Larry, and is trying to figure out why she's has strange urge for milk and stuff like that. Strange urge to lick herself. I was getting all this cat hair on her. Number 11 will be Haunted Mask 2, or The Revenge of the Haunted Mask, in which it will continue off with the first one, where the second one ended, where Chuck, yeah, Chuck says, "Yo, I got oh, I gotta do it." Chuck comes over with a purple mask, says, "You know, I have no problem." Chuck replied in a lowering his voice. "Problem?" Chuck nodded. I'm having a little trouble. I have a problem. Chuck replied, lowering his voice. "Problem?" Chuck nodded. "I'm having a little trouble getting this mask off. Do you think you guys could help me?" So the mask would be basically, it's them trying to get the mask off, which is weird because in the end it says it's midnight. So wouldn't he be stuck on his face? Poor Chuck. Or it could just be like a store-bought mask, and like one of those store-bought masks it is, and you just couldn't get it off. Either one, you know. Story, but yeah. I also never saw the purple mask in the episode that he's referring to. The only mask I could see is the one where it's like, it could be possibly is where the guy's lips are like this. But even then, he doesn't look that purplish to me. But you know, whatever. Number 10 will be Welcome to Camp Nightmare, or Return to Camp Nightmare. The story would be, it's literally a week after, or a couple months after, or a week after, what's his name, got back from his trip, Billy gets back from his trip or expedition to Earth with his parents, and is now a camp counselor in training at Welcome to Camp Night Moon. Although there are people disappearing just like before, but this time he doesn't think there is it's the campers. The camp is doing it. He thinks something's wrong. Maybe something had just followed him onto their ship from Earth that they didn't know about, and is now on their planet. Welcome to Camp Nightmare that would be Return or Camp Nightmare. Is that number 10? Number 9 will be Beast from the East or Beast from the West, or I like to call it. And it would just basically be continuing right after where she says, "Stop aside, I ordered him. You have to let us go by. My brothers and I are level 3 players. You are level 3? Hey, that's great. So am I." The Beast exclaimed. "Tag, you're it." Would basically be explaining the entire story. Basically, now I would think how they would try to get out of this in also the game, since it's already dawn. But whatever. I would tag him. Anyways, I don't know. But Beast from the Return from the Beast of the East or Revenge of the Beast of the East. I don't know which one it would be called. But anyways, that's number 9. Number 9. Number 8. Number 8 would be Cry of the Cat or Return of the Cat. Now, the ending of the book in Cry of the Cat ends like this. I'm going to just go real quick. Hey, what is your problem? I cried. Ryan raised his head and turned to me. He had a big, juicy field mouse trapped in his teeth. Hey, give that to me, I demanded. I saw it first. He shook his head. The mouse is dangling from his mouth. Give it, I insisted. I swiped at him with a front paw. Come on, Ryan, give it to me. I saw it first. Really? I saw it first. Basically, they're both turning into a cat version of Mahler. So the fact is, when they fully transform, will they become Mahler? Or no, Rip. Sorry. When they fully transform, will they become Rip, or will they just be cat people for the rest of their life? So the fact is that would be either Return of the Cry of Cat or the Scream of the Cat would be another one. That would be yeah, and it would just them trying to either they can go back to normal and not turn into cats or will they become like Rip and be cursed forever? Now, another book is close to me is number 7, and it's Why I Quit Zombie School. I had actually read this book when I was also in my trip in Europe with my family. Amazing book. I love it so much. I remember I brought 40 books with me, and I read like 35 of them. So. And most of them were Goosebumps books, so, This book was amazing. I loved it to death. It was so fun. It was so good. Now, the story, or the title for the sequel would be called How I Escaped the Vampire or Dracula Academy, or Why I Had to Escape Dracula Academy. And the ending of the book would basically be how he had to escape Dracula Academy. Would be the story of how he tries to escape it, how he had to, and why. Obviously, but the ending of the... Okay, my bad. It was not Dracula Academy. But I turned back to the door, and a man in a brown suit showed up. Wait, sorry. It's good. I peeked inside, and kids sat at tables drinking from big bowls. I stepped closer. The bowls all contained a red liquid. Weird. I turned back to the door. A man in a brown suit showed up to me and... I'm the dean of students. Are you Matt Krinsky? He asked when he spoke. Small pointed fangs pointed out from his upper lip. Yes. I said, he stuck out his hand. Welcome to Dracula Middle School, he said. So, stuck in middle school, obviously. Now why I do escape from Dracula Middle School, which is also an academy or a sleepaway school. So, yeah. It would just be him trying to escape. And that's number 7. Number 6 will be Revenge of the Headless Ghost or The Return of the Headless Ghost. As we all know, Stephanie in the last book narrowly avoided trying to being turned into a new ghost of Hill House. But maybe they still want the revenge they so desperately crave. They want her to suffer. They want her to become the part of that because she needs to be, because only through being a ghost will she finally respect the history of the House of Hill House. So they end up, in a way, not torturing her, but trying to what's the word? Lure her back and turn her into a ghost by finishing that painting. Ghost Speech, or Return to Ghost Speech, or Ghost Speech 2. Now, the way I see it is the kids have gone now back to their parents, like literally right after what's it called? The moment that the kids are told like what to do with you kids. The end. Their parents come through the door and like, oh, we're here to pick up the kids. They're done for their trip. They go back and on their way for the next summer or two. They've been trying to tell them, oh no, their mom and like the aunt and uncle are like, our cousins are fucking ghosts. Like, don't go. Like, no, don't go. Like, we can't go no more. We can't. We don't. But they want to see you so bad. Like, no, they're ghosts and they'll kill us. And they're like, no, I don't believe you. So then this time, just to warrant everything, the parents go this time and stay with them for like 2 months or whatever with them. But they bring their new dog that they had just got over the whoever gets the year. So now it's the family and the parent and the kids with their new dog. And remember the books, Dogs can sense, talk, or not notice if a ghost is a ghost, and obviously whole things are going to go on. So yeah. The barking ghost, or not the barking ghost, the barking dog will ends up bringing them to light, to the parents. Now, I have a great idea, and I gotta thank Dalton Deriso for coming up with this idea and telling it to me for this book. For its number, that was 6. Wait. This is number 5. Number 5 for it will be Werewolf Skin 2, or Full Moon Skin. So the way I would see it would be Grady from Werewolf in Fever Swamp and his family move again, but this time to Wolf Creek, and there are new werewolves. That means there'll be a new werewolf in Wolf Creek because Grady's a werewolf at the end of Werewolf Fever Swamp, and Alex did not get actually killed. And what happened was he was bit in a way by Sarah, was it? I believe Hannah. He was bitten by Hannah, and turned into a werewolf that way. And now Grady is now in the town and now a werewolf, and Alex and Hannah do not like that there's another werewolf in the town, obviously. Also, the fact is the reason why my friends made a joke once when I showed them this episode and talked about the book. It's the reason why he bit him is because they want him to be her mate, and then they proceeded to say, werewolf fucking, which was kind of messed up, whatever. Yeah. So the story would be, are there going to be a power struggle between Alex and Hannah, between Grady, or is they all going to make nice and end up becoming a pack? That's the story. Werewolf Skin 2, or Full Moon, or The Curse of the Full Moon, which I'll call it that. The Curse of the Full Moon is what I'll call that one as well. Curse of the Full Moon, or Werewolf Skin 2. Coming in at number 4, we have Night of the Dummy 2, or Night of the Dummy 2.5, as I'll call it. Basically, it will be talking more about, 2.5 will just continue off right after, Dennis is, we are told, I felt a shiver run down my back. I turned to my parents, and then Oh no, Jed cried, sitting up. I'm sorry, I forgot to wake up. I forgot I was supposed to dress up like Dennis. I felt a shiver running down my back. I turned to my parents, and then Then who fought Slappy, I asked. Who fought Slappy? The fact was, it would probably be Dennis. So it'd be basically Dennis, the story of how Dennis came to life, and is he good or bad? Is he resentful for him, what's her name? Amy just technically throwing him away for Slappy. And is they just gonna live coexistently? Or is whatsoever, because coexistently and independently with each other? Or are they gonna have a problem where not only does that spell turn a dummy, wakes a dummy up or makes him alive, but does it make him evil? And that would be 2.5. That would be 2.5. Okay, we're going into our final three here. Here we go. Oops, shit. Okay. Well, now I've done me one, and I know it's hella beat up, and I'm so sorry for that. I'm going to need to get a replacement copy for this. I might have to get that tin, because this book is in so much disrepair, and it's also signed by R.L. Stein, or in printed version. And that was my teacher's signature, or because it was from my teacher. And got this in college, and my teacher gave me this book. I guess for some reason, I don't know why. I think he said asked me about Goosebumps. I said yeah, and he gave me this one. Anyways, he was actually at my college when he gave me this book. I was signed, so I got signed that day. Anyways, or printed, because I can't read signatures for some reason. I'm dumbass. Shit. So Night of the Living Dummy or 0.5 would be, or 1.5 would be basically continuing off where the first one left off, where is how they defeated Slappy and how Slappy ended up with a broken jaw and the thing in the film. In the second book, he's found to be a sandwich shoved into his ear and some other stuff. Basically, how did Lindy and Chris defeat defeat Slappy. Now, number 2 is the Girl Who Cried Monster, or as I'll call it, the Town Who Cried Monster. Basically, at the end of the Girl Who Cried Monster, we are told that the reason why the parents didn't believe him because there's never been another never been a monster in the town for 50 years. We're the last monsters. This might get darker because people would, obviously, there's a town that's crying monster. Huge, when hysteria happens, thing is, the family is just going to be caught in the middle of it. They'll be like, so is there an actual monster in this town, or is it just us, and they found out about us? And that gets, if they found out about us, we're fucked. But if not, anyways, through the hysteria, an innocent person is technically murdered and killed because he is mistaken for a monster, and leaving to the end to supposedly her family having to reveal themselves as monsters and being not that bad people, and actually trying to kill other monsters who come into the village or the town. But yeah, that's my theory, or my plot story for the Town Who Cried Monster. And number 1 is a book that I really enjoyed reading as a kid. I really enjoy reading it if I read it again and again. But it always left a bad taste in my mouth because you never got a lot of explanation about the main villain in this one. And that's Bride of the Living Dummy. Or as my friend Dalton coined it, and I'll coin it now, Dawn of the Living Doll, or Dawn of the Living Doll, or Night of the Living Doll. Because Mary Ellen is not a dummy. She is a porcelain plastic doll. I think she's a porcelain doll. Yeah, porcelain doll. Or plastic, either one. So Slappy, and the story would be explaining her overall backstory, like how does she come alive, how she was created, why is she evil, what kind of spirit has she inside her, how basically all that and stuff. Because I'm pretty sure the creator of the Slappy and Wally did not create her, in my opinion. I don't know. Because, whatever, like, right? And that would be the overarching story for her, for how she was created and stuff like that. And it would be titled Bride of the Living Dummy, or not Bride of the Living, The Dawn of the Living Doll, or Night of the Living Doll. That's about it, guys. That's all my 19 on my list. Now, let me know in the comments below, did you agree with my list, and what are some books you think in the Goosebumps series that deserve sequels? Let me know in the comments below. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. You have a good day.